Good morning. My name is Mark. My pronouns are he, him, y'all. I have the joy of serving on your board of trustees. It is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. If you are here for the first time, thank you for joining us. We look forward to getting to know you. We invite you to fill out one of the visitor forms that are in the pews. Everyone present in the sanctuary today is welcome to join in-person community time immediately following the service. As Unitarian Universalists, we hold up pluralism as one of our core values. We celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect. And now, our music director, Marty Swisher, has an announcement to share.
Good morning. My pronouns are she and her, and a few times a year, the music program sponsors recitals or concerts that we think are very special and that will enrich the lives of our community. And this 1 week from today, an afternoon with Emily will be presented at 3 p.m. There are no advance ticket sales, and it's a donation at the door if you so choose. But this is the Dickinson Ensemble that showcases the poetry of Emily Dickinson. And there's a new work that they're going to present called Emily Sings. It's scored for piano, soprano, flute, and cello. And I think it's so beautiful and will really, for a very brief concert on Sunday afternoon, I think you would really love it. So I hope that you will remember and come, because I think you'd enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay, after service today, but not this service, next service, I want y'all to come back, okay? So go have brunch and then come back. Our Widening the Circle team invites everyone for pizza and discussion in Unity House. So not a big brunch, because y'all have pizza too. Our children, K through 5, have completed 2 lessons from the UUA Mosaic Lifespan Anti-Racism, Anti-Oppression, Multicultural curriculum. And we are set up for everyone to engage together in some of the same thought-provoking questions the kids have been exploring. Intergenerational participation will make it more meaningful and fun. Hope to see you there. Okay. So now we're going to go to a covenant, right? No, not yet. Okay. Oh yeah, it's time to everybody to, we encourage everybody here to stand up and say hello and get to know each other and greet each other. Yeah, sorry, I lost the page.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep. Where's the...
Good morning. I'm Reverend Roger. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm really delighted to see you here today. Let's, in a moment, do our chalice lighting words together. Our chalice lighter today is named Mark. He's very excited about what's happening after the second service. And Mark also has, one of Mark's kids is going to have a big birthday coming up in March, early March. So let's join together. We are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open minds, the loving hearts, the helping hands. We take care of the planet Earth and each other.
people, passing on to others that which was passed on to me. To me, young people come first. They have courage where we fail. If I can but shed some light as they carry us through the gale.
Good morning. My name is Lizzie Morse. My pronouns are she, her, and I am today's worship associate. I used to think that resilience meant that I would stay with something forever, no matter what. That I would stay through the hard times, no matter how hard they got. I had picked up on that idea somewhere along the way in my life. I followed this unfortunate logic to its end several years ago when I left a job. At that time, I had a very sad image of myself. What was once a cheery, happy, yellow VW Bug now had windows that were broken, a bent steering wheel, flat tires, and airbags that had gone off long ago. I had worked, and I had done what I had thought I was supposed to do. I was proud of my profession and proud of my work, and in many ways, I did enjoy my job. However, I had been living in a way where I was not paying attention to myself. I had been ignoring my own signs of distress. I was often too tired and depleted to pay attention to my own needs, and I was stuck. So I dedicated an entire year to reacquainting me with myself. One of my favorite definitions of love is just paying attention. And so I took that year to pay attention to myself. What did I actually like? What did I actually want to pursue in life? I also examined what I called my unconscious operating systems. What assumptions did I rush to about others, myself, and possibilities in life? During that year, I learned that regrowth takes time. Rarely does true change or getting unstuck, rarely does that take a short, insignificant time. Evolution and regrowth can take much longer than I ever would have thought. But it is only in slowing down and listening and paying attention that the possibility of resilience happens. I learned that things do not have to stay broken or stuck forever, but it takes looking at old systems, figuring out what doesn't work, and slowly trading out the old systems and parts for ones that will produce a different result. Resilience is not looking at an architectural plan and rearranging the same bricks with the same tools, desperately hoping for a different result. Resilience comes when we decide to pay attention and find new tools to build. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your life journey or in the world, you are welcome here. Come, let us worship together. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing number 1022 in the Teal hymnal, Open the Window.
Please join with me in the words of our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus we covenant with each other and with God.
Good morning. My name is Maureen Crotty. My pronouns are she, her, and I serve on your spiritual care team. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. Sharing the joys and sorrows of our lives with each other is one of the ways we embody love in our congregation. Those attending in person may share your joys and sorrows in the binder outside the doors to the sanctuary. You can also email your joys and sorrows to us at spiritualcare@unitytemple.org. If you are carrying something and would like a listening ear, please keep in mind that the spiritual care team is here for you. We can meet in person or talk by phone, whatever feels most comfortable. Mostly, we want you to know that you do not need to carry this alone. No one submitted joys or sorrows this week, but we know that many of us hold both of these tenderly in our minds and hearts. We know that we hold some joys and sorrows in silence. We invite anyone who has a joy or a sorrow to come forward to drop a stone into the bowl of water at one of the 4 stations around the room. We invite you to engage in the spiritual practice of silence during this shared ritual. Let's begin.
My name is Emily Mace. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the intern minister here at Unity Temple. I'd like to invite us into a time of prayer and meditation, bringing our bodies into this time and this space, settling your minds and your souls into the space in which you are sitting. I invite you to leave your eyes open or close them as is comfortable, and to feel again the surface where you are sitting, taking in the sensations from all of your senses. What do you hear in this space? What do you feel inside your body? Is there a smell that you are carrying inside the nostrils? Is there a taste lingering in your mouth? If your eyes are open, whether you are in this space or watching from home or traveling, what do you see in the space around you? What do you see behind your closed eyelids? Hold all of these for some time in your loving awareness. Next, I invite you to extend your awareness into the space in which you are sitting, whether that is here in Unity Temple or in whatever space you find yourself this morning. If you are at home, who is watching this service with you? If you're at home and Unity Temple and its people are familiar to you, who do you see here on the screen? If you're here in person in the sanctuary, think about taking a moment to open your eyes and look out around this space. Who's here with us today? I invite you to hold all of these people in your loving and compassionate awareness. Then, taking another moment, think about who you do not see in this space today. Perhaps they are traveling somewhere warm. Perhaps someone that you know who is not here today is home taking care of an ill family member. Perhaps you yourself are the person being held in the heart by someone else. And if you're a newcomer, perhaps you are the new face that is being held in loving awareness. As you think of all these people, I invite you to hold everyone that you're thinking of, known and unknown, seen and unseen, in a continuous presence of loving awareness. I invite you to extend your attention one more time out to the wider world that Unity Temple is a part of, the communities and the world in which we live. Oak Park, River Forest, the greater Chicagoland area, all the cities and towns that you're watching from if you are watching this on the live stream. And I invite you to hold in your heart the ways in which all of these places are part of Unity Temple's orbit, are made better and stronger by all of the loving presences of all these people. Hold all of these interconnections in your loving, kind awareness. Finally, I invite you to bring all of this awareness back into your heart, perhaps by placing your hands on your heart. And gently bring everything we have held just now into your awareness, making it a part of all that you are, of all that we are. Hold it there. Hold your hands there for a few minutes, holding all that we share, the ways that we are strong and resilient for and with each other. And when you're ready, you may release your hands, and if your eyes have been closed, open them and look around. Move your body a little bit, and remember always the love in which we are held. Amen.
Sing If you are someone who likes to come close when you're listening to a story, I invite you to come and sit down on the floor near me. I have a book today called The Gathering Table by Antoine Eady and London Ladd. In my family, there are traditions, and my favorite happen around this table. Here we stand, not sit. So I bring a stool, and wherever I go, my stool goes too. The air, it cools, the leaves, they change. We gather around the table where Grandpa and Grandma are honored for the family they've built. Spanish moss, long and gray, drapes from above. Grandpa's beard, long and gray, drapes from below. Grandpa touches Grandma's hands. He leans in closely. "Now give me some more sugar, sugar," he says, puckering his lips. I watch. I smile. I giggle a little. Mama watches. She smiles. She giggles a little too. This is the table of love. Slobbery love, if you ask me. Fireworks ignite, illuminating the sky. We gather around the table where all things new are celebrated. New year, new dreams, new life. Spanish moss, slender and fragile, curls around itself. The way my baby sister's hand, slender and fragile, curls around Mama's finger. I watch, I smile, I smell a little something. Daddy watches, he smiles, he smells something too. This is the table of hope, and I hope someone gets a diaper change ASAP. Love rains down, leaving a rainbow in the sky. We gather around the table where my uncles can finally say, "I do." Spanish moss swaying to and fro dances in the wind. My uncles swaying to and fro dance in each other's arms. Love, Aunt Fee says, winking at her husband, Uncle John. It never gets old. May I ask, and we join them on the floor. Then I watch, I smile, I grab a slice of cake. Uncle John watches, he smiles, he grabs a slice too, sort of. This is the table of pride, and we can't get enough of it. The breeze, it sings, the tide, it ebbs, the smell of salt fills the warm air. Now this is my favorite table. Covered in newspapers, it's piled high with low country boil, ready for cracking, dipping, eating. The pile is so high that even on my stool, it towers over me. A river birch tree stands tall. Its branches stretch wide as it casts a great big shadow, big enough for all to stand in its cool. Like you, Grandma whispers. Here we are safe. Here we are loved. Here we are free. And when I am ready, I move toward the sun. This is Juneteenth. This is the table of freedom where family and friends from round the way gather. This is our table of love, of hope, of pride, of freedom. And the best part, everyone leaves with a plate wrapped in layers of what was, what is, and what's to come. The end.
Good morning. My name is Madonna Thielen, and I use she, her pronouns. Each week, Unity Temple splits its offering evenly, one half supporting the programs and mission of this congregation, and today the other half supports the Migrant Ministries Legal Defense Fund. Unity Temple has collaborated with Migrant Ministries to respond to the needs of our new immigrant neighbors for the past 2 years. One of our efforts has been to support locally housed families. A pressing need for these families is finding enough money to cover legal costs, asylum application, and work application fees, which have quadrupled under this administration. The Migrant Ministries Legal Defense Fund helps these families with these costs in their quest to live a dignified human life. Many of us who volunteer at Centro San Bernardino know how grateful these families are for the support and love they receive from you who donate to their survival. To find out more and other ways that you can support Migrant Ministries, contact immigration@unitytemple.org. May we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts.
Our reading today is a poem written by Eugenia Lee, a Korean-American poet who grew up in Chicago, lives in New York City now. I don't typically use profanity in the pulpit, but I'm not going to edit this poem. How the Dung Beetle Finds Its Way Home. The Milky Way's glinting ribbon helps the dung beetle roll his good ball of shit back to the ones he loves. But blind him to the sky with as little as a hat, and he will swerve like a drunk who, if he makes it home alive, might find the family, soured with waiting, gone. Drawers cleared, beds cold, even the watercolor arc of giraffes and raptors pulled from the face of the fridge. See, I want to tell my missing father, it's a metaphor, so simple, it's almost not worth writing down. Even beetles need the stars to nudge them back to where they need to be when they need to be there, toward their little ones, gummy grins, ever pardoning the grisliest parent. I am 34, with a son the day my mother tells me she enrolled in a 4-day seminar about how to be a good mom. A little late, I know. Once, in a rage, I left my husband and our sleeping child. Where did she go? Friends ask when I tell the story. I wished I'd had a grander plan. I wished I'd stood on the roof of our building and, empowered by that single Brooklyn star, I'd ripped up the book of my parents' sins. Or I wish I could tell someone the truth, that I fear I am the kind of woman who could leave the one good family God had the gall to give her. Really, I sat on the stairwell leading up to the roof and wept until a large bug threatened my life, at which point I recalled the dung beetles, stopped blaming my parents, and thanking the metaphorical stars, I rolled up my pile of shit and trudged back home.
Bombs over Baghdad, trying to get something we never had. Let's start with a good dad. It's so real, but it's so sad. And while we burn in this incense, we go and pray for the innocent. 'Cause right now it don't make sense. Right now it don't make sense. Let's talk about Chi-Town. Let's talk about Gaza. Let's talk about Israel. 'Cause right now it is real. Let's talk Nigeria in a mass hysteria. Yeah, our souls were brought together so that we could love each other, brother. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. No guns made in Harlem, but yet crime is a problem. He wanna shine, they wanna rob him. Single mother, where they come from? How we gonna save the nation with no support for education? 'Cause right now it don't make sense. Right now it don't make sense. Let's talk about our heart. My heart touch your heart. Let's talk about living. Had enough of dying, not what we're all about. Let's do more giving, do more forgiving. Yeah, our souls were brought together so that we can love each other, sister. We are here. We are here
Communities are complicated. Families, schools, workplaces, voluntary associations, and yes, congregations, all complicated. Whether we're in a preschool class or a faculty department at a university or a homeowners association, those last two are often lifted up as the most dysfunctional places to be. It's complicated. As the Apostle Paul might have written, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, it's complicated. Okay, Paul didn't really write that. The line is actually from Matthew. It's attributed to Jesus. The real line is, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I will be in the midst of you. But back to Paul. The thing about the Apostle Paul is that the ball of crap he rolled around with him was bigger than everybody else's. He also, well, that's because he was a jerk, right? So he also specialized in counseling churches how to deal with all the balls of crap that they bring together. So I think Paul would have said, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered together, it's complicated. You see, Paul knew shit. Of course, so we all roll around these little balls of metaphorical crap with us. It's part of being human. Our little balls accrue crap from the minute we're born into, we're adopted into a family, and then we go to school, and then we get jobs, and then we're elected president of our homeowners association. Added to the crap that our ball collects from other people, we add to it our own crap from mistakes we make, from our imperfections. That's why Paul's ball was so big, by the way. But as the dung beetle shows, we also have access to seeing the Milky Way. Even Paul. Even us, though we live in a place where there's a lot of light pollution, so maybe we don't see it that often. What is the metaphorical Milky Way? For me, it is the deepest, most abiding values that guide us. It's what is most important to us. It's what the theologian Paul Tillich might call our ultimate concern. A long time ago, I worked in a treatment center for alcoholics and drug abusers. As a chaplain, I had the task of explaining to new arrivals what spirituality is and why it's important in recovery. So because the mind in that detoxing kind of stage is foggy, I needed to find a picture of this that was easy to understand. And so I found a metaphor that I think mostly worked. It went like this. Imagine that there's a big, old-fashioned wagon wheel. It's got a hub in the middle, and then it's got spokes. And the spokes represent different aspects of our lives, like our bodies, our mind, our relationships. When we abuse alcohol or other drugs, our minds tend to get fogged in. Our bodies tend to get sick as we don't take care of them. And so often our relationships are hit hard too. And with all the spokes falling apart, the wheel gets wobbly, it goes off the road. Things like DUIs and getting fired and family rupture happen. So in a treatment center, there is initially a medical assessment. Let's work on the body issues. There's work around beginning to get the mind unclouded and working again. There's attention to relationships. Back in the days when insurance paid more, families would come for family week. All of these start repairing those spokes. But the spokes won't stay repaired if attention isn't given to what's in the hub. So addictive behavior, by definition, kind of means that what's in the hub is the thing we're addicted to, the alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. That becomes the most important thing to us. That becomes our ultimate concern. So part of treatment, part of recovery, is paying attention to that hub and figuring out what could replace that destructive thing in our hub. How can we nurture that thing so that it's life-giving, it's sustained, and it's not life-sucking? So this is the spiritual dimension of recovery. In 12 Steps lingo, this is where the higher power comes in. Part of the genius of AA founder Bill W. is that he used higher power in an open, expansive way. There is flexibility in how a person understands their higher power. I have seen people in recovery who put God as their higher power, or goddess, or the recovery community, something in their wheels hub that's positive and helpful. Whatever is there, if it is life-giving, if it is greater than each of us as an individual, it will help that wagon wheel get back on the road and stay on the road. So all of us, not just people in recovery, need to spend some time, some energy nurturing that relationship we have with that thing that is in our hub. In our pluralistic Unitarian Universalist faith, there's a lot of variety of what we each see as being in our own individual hubs. During the past few years, our denomination, kind of in the United States collectively, has talked more and more about love being at the center of our collective UU hub. And I like love at the center a lot, because it's love, deeper meaning love, not just the slobbery kind. Love that has a lot of elasticity, that we can pack a lot into that. It feels like a good fit. I used to put connection, label my hub connection, but I'm really switching to love. Love is my ultimate concern. Love is the Milky Way above, illuminating my path. Okay, so what does all this have to do with the little ball of crap I roll around? Well, paying attention to my relationship with this thing at the hub is a way that I can manage my little ball of crap in the best way so it brings the least harm to me and to other people. Paying attention to love at the center helps me be a better person. It helps me find my way home, home to my center, home to who I want to be, home to how I want to be in the world. Even beetles need stars to nudge them back to where they need to be when they need to be there. Yeah, human beings too. So, congregations, gatherings of people in spiritual community, can help us stay focused on what's in our center. Congregations can nurture our relationship with what is at the center. Congregations can be life-giving, and they can be life-sapping. And all congregations move back and forth on this continuum from somewhere between those poles. And I've come to believe that a congregation's ability to be life-giving more than life-sapping has a great deal to do with the relational health within the congregation. Relational health in a congregation matters. And relational health in a congregation is complicated. Back to Paul. We all, like Paul, roll our little balls of crap around with us. I'm picturing mine right down there, that's why I'm looking down there. And at the same time, I'm picturing in me and in every single one of you a reflection of the Milky Way. We're made of the same stuff. We're part of the Milky Way, actually. So this is not a stretch to see the Milky Way in each of us, along with our little balls of crap. So here at Unity Temple, we've tried to be especially attentive to relational health after this rocky period that happened here that included the pandemic shutdown so hard for groups of people, a messy ministerial transition, a challenging interim time, ongoing financial challenges because this building's expensive. Shortly before I arrived here in 2023, the congregation adopted a relational covenant, an articulation of how the congregation aspired to relate to one another in this community. Then the relational covenant was updated to make it feel like it worked better in 2024. If you haven't seen it lately, take a look. It's on our website in the About Us tab. And then another way to center this work of relational health in the congregation the last several years has been establishing a relational health committee, a relational health team that helps focus attention, helps support all of us in having direct and honest and caring communication, all of us, members, friends, staff at Unity Temple. And so it helps all of us with our little balls of crap coexist and even thrive with each other. When we screw up, this team can help us come back into relationship with one another. It can help us, in the words of the relational covenant, keep our individual needs in balance with the health and vitality of the community as a whole. So when a relational health in a congregation is strong, the congregation is better able to help each one of us tend our individual hubs, look and see the Milky Way illuminating our path. It can help us manage our little balls of crap, and it can help us be beautiful, be human in beautiful rather than harmful ways. So I want to take a moment to speak directly to those who struggled in one way or another during the challenging moments here at Unity Temple in recent years, pandemic, ministerial transition, all that stuff. If you feel like, I might have some lingering big feelings from all that, big feelings maybe like anger or grief or resentment, working on these big feelings could be important for you and for the congregation. When we don't work on big feelings that hang around, they have a way of sneaking up on us and causing harm. So, to help anyone who might feel like, I think I might have some lingering big feelings from all that in recent years, the relational health team and I are going to offer a 2-hour opportunity for folks to check in with those lingering feelings. March 15, afternoon. Details will be forthcoming this week. The lingering big feeling check-in, which we're calling it, is designed to help participants reflect on whether they might have those and maybe if there's more work that they need to be doing on it, that they want to do on it. The format will be really focused on individual reflection with opportunities to share in very small groups if people feel comfortable doing so. The check-in is not about rehashing history. It's not about adjudicating history. It's about individual self-reflection. And so if you think you might have some of the lingering big feelings, I really hope you'll come. Okay, that all said, I want to say the biggest single surprise I've had here at Unity Temple during the 2.5+ years I've been here is the congregation's resilience. It's amazing. And I have to say, I felt it the very first moment I was in this space with all of you back in August 2023. There's been a lot of challenges, any one of which could have knocked this congregation on the floor for a long time. And yet, there is so much vibrancy, so much life here. So much has rebounded, so much vitality, resilience, beauty. It's been remarkable to watch. I feel honored to be a small part of it. All of us have these little balls of crap. All of us reflect the Milky Way. And here we are, finding ways to sit at the table together, the table of love, the table of hope, the table of pride, the table of freedom, with this big tree overhead. It's a big oak park tree, it's not a big southern tree. With that big tree overhead, we are here. We are here. And we are here for all. I invite you to rise in body and in spirit and join in singing hymn number 1 in the gray hymnal, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door. Closing words come from Linda Barnes. May you embrace your growing with compassion. May courage be yours as you answer your heart's and the world's calling. May beauty and wonder be yours when the going gets rough. And may love always, always, always be at your center. And let's join together in the chalice extinguishing words. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.